Kia ora and welcome to Inner Calling New Zealand. This is our first episode of the podcast and we are having our very first guest here. But before introducing the first guest, let me tell you about this podcast. So this is a sacred, conscious conversations with spiritual leaders, coach, teachers, maybe meditation teachers, yoga teachers and many more. So stay tuned with us, and if you are looking for peace, if you are searching for purpose of life, if you are stuck somewhere with your spiritual path, if you need a little push and guidance, then this is for you. If you are here as an audience, this podcast reaches to you and you are listening to it, then I am very grateful. You are very blessed today and maybe your life get changed up. I am Khushali Jani, your host. I am from Guru Tattva Himalayan Meditation. I am doing this meditation, following this meditation path since childhood, and it completely changed my life. So I thought, why not? We should search other coach, other teachers, other people who can guide, who are still seeking it, who are still searching for it, maybe lost somewhere, maybe need a little light and guidance. Let me introduce our first guest. I want to thank Sofia da Silva, and let me give you a glimpse of her work a little bit. So she is medical intuitive, she is spiritual coach, and she is more into woman divine healing. So currently she is in Auckland, New Zealand, but working worldwide online with all the women, giving them guidance who are literally stuck with their emotions, blocked with the emotions, maybe hormonal changes, maybe they are suffering with infertility or other any kind of issues, but she is healing them. But how she is healing, we'll get to know more from her only. But this is her background, and she is from Portuguese basically, so we can say it's in her blood, because in Portuguese it is land of spiritual rich personalities and rich spiritual history. So welcome Sophia to our podcast, and thank you so much for being our first guest. Thank you for saying yes. It's such a blessing to have you with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be your first guest.
Can you share a story when spiritual healing lead to personal or physical transformation in someone's life? You may have a lot.
Yeah. So it's really interesting because it really depends on the person and it depends what's going on for them. Because some people will have an amazing transformation just from one session. And it really depends on where they are in their healing. Some people it takes a few more sessions, and it really depends. Like if someone's had an issue for a long time, there's probably more to release and more to work through. Pretty much every time someone comes to me and they tell me their health issues, and then when we start digging deeper and we kind of hear their background and traumas and stories, it makes complete sense why they are where they are. And so sometimes, we'll only get through a portion of the healing. But as I said, this works amazing for relationships because we're really changing the energy of the body, and then also giving people an understanding of having a better relationship with their body and realizing, no, you're not broken. Your body actually needs your love and support. Even simple things like if you hurt your knee, you have a knee injury, it's very natural for people to go, my stupid knee or my annoying knee. Whereas that's really not going to help because your language is also energy and it's actually really powerful. So even giving people those tools, actually your body's trying to communicate with you, and treating your body and your knee like a small child that needs your help, and you actually need to send your knee love, and it actually has a profound effect on people's attitudes towards their healing and how they heal. So yeah, everyone's quite different, but I think it's really nice for people to come for 3 sessions because we can really cover a lot of that healing. And then often people might be doing also other modalities to support their healing. But yeah, everyone's different. And as I said earlier, my client who had lost her mum had a huge transformation after one session.
Yeah.
And also
that's a big one, because they relationship with mother is different.
Yes. And I think it's just people who haven't been taught the skills or they don't know how to deal with it. So it's just giving them a few tips and tools and releasing some of the energy, and it just opens them up and it really changes how they're feeling.
And those who are struggling with relationships, mostly they somehow end up forget how to love first yourself.
Yes.
So you are teaching them to love yourself first, and once you fix that thing, it automatically fix the relations and other parts everywhere, like in their work and in their routine, lifestyle, everything. But that's how it affect. If you love yourself, Yeah, it heal everything, and then you start loving others. So that's how the relationship change. Okay.
So a lot of people come to me, it is all about self-worth and self-love, self-belief, and not just in relationships. Often like having hormonal issues, that is at the core of what's stopping them from healing and accepting love. And in relationships, that can definitely be a reason why they're not accepting love, or they don't feel worthy, they don't feel deserving, or they're accepting a relationship which is not serving them. So that can be a big part of it, but can also be a big part of it for lots of different issues. And most of the time, I want them to work on a relationship because it can take some work, but at the same time, a relationship should be actually quite beautiful and calm and loving. And sometimes the relationship has just come to an end. So kind of supporting people to kind of move, transition through that change. But self-love and self-worth are at the core of many, many of our illnesses.
And maybe if they end up with one relation, later they realize that, okay, it was good, because now I know this self-worth and now I can find better.
Yes.
So it may be there a good chance, but it depends. Yeah, everyone's story is different. But yeah,
everyone's story is different, and I really feel in relationships, any kind of relationship, like your partner or your children, you're there to learn from each other.
True.
Yeah, even our children, they're here to teach us, and also with our relationships. And it takes, actually, instead of taking effort in relationships, I actually think it's more about relaxing and not worrying about them so much, letting them be them. And when you have your self-worth, you can also see their self-worth. It's just like letting them be them. You shouldn't want to change them, and just accepting their faults. Because once you feel like they're accepting your faults, it's such a beautiful,
true,
loving feeling.
Not fixing others, just
not fixing others. And just putting up with the things that annoy you, because there'll also be things about you that annoy them.
True,
so instead of putting in the effort, I more feel like it's just relaxing about. But you're there to learn from each other.
Yeah. And I know about this. I'm still practicing it, and still somehow, sometimes I end up with my husband fighting or arguing over why you are doing this. Please don't do this. And then I realize, okay, because he likes it. He likes doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have a great relationship tool that I created myself, because I've always had quite fiery relationships. So I came up with something called the angry rule. Both my hubby and I were quite fiery. So the angry, but we've been together 20 years. So the angry rule is whoever's angry first, it's their turn to be angry. Because often, you're angry and they'll get angry because you're angry. So you're not allowed.
Not allowed.
Whoever's angry first, it's their turn to be angry. Because when you're angry, you're talking complete rubbish.
Yes.
And it's not a time to have a serious conversation.
True.
So it actually takes a bit of practice. And sometimes I would start getting angry, and then he'd get angry, and I'm like, it's my turn to be angry. You have way more turns than me. And it's actually such a nice feeling to be angry, knowing no one else is going to react, and you let it out. You can blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's not a time to have a serious conversation. So if there's something really that upsets you or really bothers you, you want to be calm and relaxed and happy when you bring it up. So try the angry rule. It does take some practice to start with, but it's life-changing.
Oh, good to know. I'll start it at least.
And I'm a little bit scarred from arguing parents. My parents argued a lot, so I don't want to argue in front of the kids. And I kind of just feel like arguing is a waste of time. It doesn't get you anywhere. But at the same time, there's no emotions are bad emotions. And when anger comes, you need to release it. So it actually feels really
lighter and good
to be able to release it without anyone else reacting.
True.
That's your homework.
Yes. A good homework.
I always give my clients homework. It'll be amazing. It'll make your relationship amazing.
So, what's inner calling as per you? And for you, what is inner calling?
Calling is, for me, it's following what lights you up, like what gets you excited, what brings you joy. Because someone's talking about a subject, or you listen to podcasts and you're excited. So that's following what lights you up and what brings you joy. I have some clients who come to me and they're looking for their purpose. But looking for your purpose, it's kind of so, single focus. And often people think of their purpose as their job.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not so much about that, and you might have different inner callings from different stages of your life. So really, it's what brings you joy and what lights you up, and it could be completely different to what lights someone else up. And it's really connecting in with your heart and really finding out what you want. And I feel like we get better at this the older we get, because when you're young, you're worried about what other people think, or you're worried about what you should do. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is, I should be doing that. So it's really not worrying about what anyone else thinks, and just following your truth, connecting in with your true essence, I call it. Yeah. Which is like calling your soul's purpose.
Good. I recently started following this, that not worrying about other people, and it feels so good. So light, because we always think about, if I wear this, if I talk about this, if I think about this, even if I speak to them like this, nah, just be yourself. Let it be. Whatever they think, they anyways going to judge if they need to judge. But yeah, okay, at least you are not trapped about what other people are thinking.
Yes. Yes. And have you heard of Mel Robbins? She's written the book Let Them.
No.
So she's got a theory called Let Them. It's like, if someone wants to judge you, let them. If someone doesn't like what you do, let them not like what you do. Yeah. Just they're on their own thing. Which, the younger you can figure that out, the better. Because then you will feel more aligned in your life's purpose and your life path. Yeah. You won't so easily fall off or stray off your path.
How you connect with the high energies, or you talk with the spirit guides, and how you guide others as well to connect with them?
So it's really about being present, not trying too hard. Like, you really want to be a receiver of energy. And also, it can be really simple. Like, if you have the intention that it's simple and it's easy, you don't need to meditate for 2 hours to start communicating with them. And then again, it takes practice. So initially, you just want to communicate in with them when you're really calm, when you're really present, you're really peaceful. It feels like your imagination. Always know that it feels like your imagination. It feels like you're making it up. But ask questions. Talk to your guides. Get to know them. Ask questions. Wait for the answer. And you'll actually be amazed at the beautiful information that you get. And then if you're still finding it hard to comprehend that this is real, you can ask for signs. The more you practice communicating, connecting in with your guides, just second nature, natural, it becomes really natural. But really, the technique is to be present and calm, wait for the answer, don't try, and just be present. And if you do meditate, that's a perfect opportunity, perfect time for you to start communicating with them when you're in that space. But it's easy. It's easy, and have fun. Yeah, it sounds fun, but you just say it like it's easy, but that may require a lot of practice, I guess. That's why asking for signs is beautiful, because when you think, am I just making this up? Because another big thing is you want to trust. You want to trust what comes through. But ask yourself, am I making this up? Ask for signs. And then you'll kind of realize that could not have happened without, if it wasn't true, this wouldn't have happened. And also, if you've lost a loved one, you can also ask them for signs. So my sister and I always ask our Portuguese grandmother if we can't find something. She's really good at finding things. And we'd lost the second set of car keys, and I'd asked her to find them. The feeling I got, and when they communicate with you, you'll either feel in your imagination, or it's a feeling, or you hear words. A feeling I got, because a week later I'm like, you haven't found it yet. The feeling I got was, well, you actually have to actively look. And then again, I asked her, and I got the word in Portuguese, casaco, which means jacket. So I'm like, oh, right, I've got to go look through my jackets. Totally forgot about it. But then a week later, I pulled out a jacket I hadn't worn for ages. And sure enough, in my pocket. And there's your key. Yes. Oh. So you will get signs, you will get confirmations that you're actually communicating with your team. Just have fun with it. Don't question it. If you start questioning, is this working, is this not, you're in your logical brain. True. So you want to be in your creative, your imaginative, your intuitive brain. And someone likes to daydreaming and forget the difference between actually it's like upper higher energy guiding them, or they're just yourself talking. Because I feel high energies or spirit guides never guide you somewhere towards doing someone's harm. They always try to heal someone.
they never say that, okay, harm someone or
Yeah.
maybe slap someone even.
Yeah.
So that's not higher energy. That may be you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
so how to differentiate?
That is you. They're not guiding you like a puppet.
Mhm.
Even, you know, if you believe in God or whatever, they're not guiding you like a puppet. They're kind of gently guiding you, supporting you, but letting you go your own way and learning your own lessons. So no, they're not making you slap someone.
True.
That's you learning your lessons on the way. But they're there to guide you and support you, but you need to ask for their help to really elevate their support, because they can't interfere. So yeah, the more you practice this, you'll actually sense them around and you'll notice the information you get is really accurate. You go, how could I have known that? Or yeah, ask them for signs, and you go, okay, if that is definitely a sign, you can't deny that that's not true, not happening.
Sometimes they go sixth sense, sometimes they go, you call intuitions, right? So if someone say, oh, I just thought about it and it just happened, it just occurred. So is it like that guidance? Intuition.
That is your intuition talking to you. Like, you know how sometimes you kind of get a feeling, oh, I should go a different way home. That is your intuition talking to you. But most of the time we don't listen to it.
Yes.
So the more we're aware of how intuition talks to us, the more we can listen to it. It could even be you're thinking of someone and they send you a text. There's so many different ways. And like, I actually searched it up, and apparently we have 33 senses. So there's the 5 main senses that we know, sight, touch, but then there's also thought. And then there's also knowing, you know, when you just know something. So knowing kind of feels around here, and thought kind of comes to us. Yeah, so there's lots of different ways intuitive information will come to us. And once you start really tuning in, trying to notice, you'll notice it's communicating with you all the time.
And you mentioned being in present, calm. So does it, like whenever you are outside in the crowd, does it work, or no, you have to be alone?
It can work anytime you want it to. Like if you're on a plane and you're nervous, you're surrounded people, it can still work. But you're probably more likely to notice it if you're in quiet. But if you start practicing first when it's quiet and peaceful, maybe you're outside in the garden, then you can.
And then with practice,
you use it anytime. Yeah, it's the intention. If you think it's easy and simple, it will be simple and easy. And we're all naturally wired to be intuitive. Like it's like a remembering of a new skill. And the more you use it, the muscles strengthen. Yeah,
I guess you sounded like it's really easy, but yeah, I think you can guide people who really needs to go towards there. Yeah, you can guide them better.
So this is a belief you have that it's not easy, and a belief isn't necessarily true. A belief is just a thought that you've thought a lot, or maybe you've heard it from parents or from other people. So you can, if you ever have a belief that something's not easy, then it becomes you can ask, is this true? And then you actually realize, actually, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, it can be easy. Intention's huge.
Good.
People talk about placebo effect. Oh, it's just the placebo. The placebo is actually really powerful, and that's actually a really effective tool. But people kind of just brush it off. Oh, the placebo. But intention and thought, very powerful.
And that's why in books it says that never say no to anything. Yeah, just try to avoid that some words. Never say I don't know this, or I can't do this.
Yes, change it around.
Okay. So to reach up to this stage, how much practice you thought you need, as per personal your experience? And if someone is starting to that path, how much practice they need just because they are starting it? And is it like you can say that, okay, this is the final ultimate stage, or it's complete, or it's never ending process, just evolving?
I think you'll notice as soon as you start becoming aware, like what I've taught you, like intuition, you actually realize it's there all the time. It's not something that you have to start from fresh. Like the first step is to notice, and you realize that intuitive information is communicating with you all the time. So it's like the awareness that, oh, I'm getting intuitive information all the time. Again, it is like a skill that the more we practice, the more it'll become stronger and just kind of more natural. But practicing doesn't need to be you're sitting down doing nothing, you're just focusing on intuition. It's really just being present. It's, have little times. It's quite good to habit stack. So maybe while you're brushing your teeth, really focus on being present. There's certain jobs you need to do around the house, washing folding the washing or walking the dog.
No other thoughts, just do what you do.
Decide. And also, if you're walking the dog, just have a couple of minutes. It doesn't have to be a whole half hour. I think little snippets of actually just being aware. And then the more you practice and aware of how intuition speaks to you, the more you'll notice it, because it will come to everyone differently. Maybe you feel, maybe you see, maybe you hear. So yeah, the more you just become aware of it, the more you'll notice it.
Is that work in your dreams as well?
So I've done a little bit of work, but not so much. I think again, everyone's different. So some people might be more in tune with their dreams and kind of, you know.
I got very weird dreams, so I'm not sure about that. But
yeah, I don't really do. I have done a few workshops on dreams, but it's not really my area. And what I learned from the workshop is your dreams aren't always literal. It's actually exploring more about the feeling that's in that dream. So as for the does it ever end or evolve, I think we're all learning. We're always learning. The world is always learning, so there'll be new information out there in years to come. So I definitely think it's an evolution. We're always learning, but it's definitely tapping into your intuition is definitely a superpower that we all have access to, that can also provide so much healing or so much guidance in our lives. Yeah.
So what motivates you today, and when you are having up and downs, when you're feeling low, what guides you, and what like you from within yourself, you're talking to the spirit guides, and that motivates you enough, or maybe the surroundings affects you as well?
Yes, so I am very optimistic, but we all have our ups and downs. So for me, I've always gone to see my own spiritual healers for this type of healing, because sometimes I just need someone else's support, even though I feel we can definitely do a lot for our own healing, but sometimes you just need someone else to help you. And then often when I'm feeling down or things are hard, I realize I'm in my head. So I tell, you start making stories, you start creating a future. And then when I actually realize that and tune into it, and I go, actually, this isn't true. And then I try and connect back into my body. Or if I have a belief or a thought that comes up a lot, and again, we have these negative beliefs and thoughts all the time, but we're not listening. We're not conscious. So when thoughts like that come up, I ask myself, is this true? And then I go, no. And then I'll ask myself, where did this come from? And I might go back to my childhood. And something that happened 40 years ago, which is no longer relevant in my life, but I'm still carrying that belief and that thought. And I also do it with my clients. So when I tune into, okay, where's the thought come from? I'll go back to a time in my childhood where that thought came from, and then I do my healing there. So I'll get my guides to release it, maybe tune and scan into my body where I've held on to that emotion. Maybe it's sadness, self-doubt, lack of self-worth, and I do my healing to get my guides to release it, and I come back into my current body, and it's actually amazing that belief has gone. It's no longer there. So it's being aware, because you know how we often talk to ourselves in our negative voice? It's being aware, again, being present and noticing that voice and go, actually, that's not true. Right, I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. Where did that come from? And then going back to where it came from, undoing that, releasing it, and then you're kind of changing.
And once you change it, it never come back, or it may come back, and
you have to come back, but generally it doesn't. And also when you realise that I've had this belief that I'm stupid, and yes, maybe it was relevant when I was struggling in maths when I was at school, but I've got actually an amazing career. It's not actually true. So what a waste of carrying that belief with me when it's not serving me. If anything, it's doing damage more than good. So it's just being aware of it and just kind of releasing it. So most negative beliefs have come from a story now.
So how was your childhood? That impacts also a lot later in life, even later in life.
Even in utero, when you're in your mother's belly, like if she was having a stressful time, that impacts you.
Mother's thoughts as well,
her energy, her situation. Yes, absolutely, it affects the baby. Yes.
True. And that's why it says that while you're carrying a baby, just be happy. And
I know, but it's not being perfect. And sometimes, we beat ourselves up, and it is what it is. So as long as you can just send love and healing, you might have an argument. It's not, you don't want to beat yourself up because you're angry or mad. Try to do your best, but also being kind and compassionate with yourself, and even apologising. Oh, I made a mistake.
True. So, any particular message, especially for the young generations? One I can say you mentioned already: scroll less.
Yes, scroll less.
Um,
Definitely scroll less, and we're all guilty.
mm,
We're all guilty, and yes, sometimes it's relaxing, and sometimes it makes you laugh. That's actually what I love about social media. I just want to laugh on there. So it's kind of setting your boundaries so that you, come back to living life. Another big lesson is that you're not broken. That your body is talking to you through symptoms, and to really tune into your body and find out exactly why, what's going on, and how, and just giving it love and the support it needs, rather than being angry and feeling you're fighting with your body, or so that's a big one. Also, every struggle we have in our life has big lessons.
Yeah.
I like to tell people to think of their challenges as assignments. So this is your assignment. There's a big learning here, and sometimes it may take longer to learn that. Maybe it's a lifelong lesson, but to accept that you're learning and take your learnings from it. Often the quicker you can take your learnings, you'll kind of move on and you'll heal quicker. And also speak to your body like a dear friend. Like, as I said, naturally we go, oh, my stupid back, my annoying neck. Just really noticing again the language you're using, because it's so powerful. And as I said, every time you have a negative thought, you're sending adrenaline and cortisol. So changing that language and just sending it love. Yes. Oh, my neck's talking to me. It's letting me know it's not okay. I'm on social media too much.
True. Because words are very powerful,
Words are very powerful, and
the universe taking those energy what you are even speaking, what you're even thinking before you speak.
And again, being present and noticing. So when you notice those negative words, turning them around into a positive.
Good to know. So lots of things I also need to learn from you.
Because our body is the home of our soul. We're really hard on our body. Like, I don't like my legs, I don't like my feet, I don't like this. But this is your vessel, it's the home of your soul. We need to treat it like a guardian angel.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't like my thighs. Actually, my thighs are amazing. They can run, they can walk upstairs. They're incredible. So it's really just appreciating this amazing body, because we're so hard on our bodies. And again, social media, everyone's so perfect and airbrushed. So it's like,
no,
this vessel is amazing.
You're right about these struggles. Because we are just, if we are seeing the big personalities right now, we are just seeing one side of their story, from a lot of things they've gone through just to reach up to this level. So we never know about those hidden stories. But struggle is real and everyone's facing it. But how you are facing it, words, thoughts, it helps you to get out of it real quicker. If you're trying to be a little positive enough with your thoughts, words, gratitude, that's what helping them to get out of that situation quicker.
There's a great book called The Happiest Man on Earth, and it's a story about a man who went through the Nazi concentration camps, and all his family were killed. He was tortured. He just saw the worst of the worst. And when he came out, he ended up getting married, and then one day, and he was depressed, thought life was terrible, and he just decided to make the choice to choose joy and happiness. It's a beautiful book. I'm pretty sure it's called The Happiest Man on Earth, about how he made the choice to be happy, even though all the trauma and all the terrible things he'd seen, and just to appreciate things, just changing that thought pattern.
True. I think I've seen similar in the movie Yes Man. That's a different. It's a mix of entertainment too. But it's like say yes to everything. Rather than saying
I don't agree with saying yes to everything. You have to say yes with what aligns.
Yeah, exactly. In that movie also, he ended up having lots of trouble after that.
No, say yes to what aligns with you. And sometimes we do actually. It's actually healthier to say no. So it's a happy balance.
Yes, true. Yeah. Okay, so along with this affirmation and manifestation, do you believe in prayers, and do you think it could be part of your daily life routine? How does prayer mean to you?
I absolutely believe in prayer. I think it's amazing. It definitely works. For me, I probably used to pray, but now since doing this work, I'm constantly in communication. So I'm not sitting there like this, but essentially it's the same thing. I feel like prayer is, you believe in that kind of higher source. So essentially I have that communication pathway open all the time.
Yeah.
Not just sending out my prayers, but also waiting. Because often we don't stop to listen. Like, we but if we pause and we can ask questions and we pause and wait for the answer, the answer will come to us. And we don't want to try too hard. Like when we're communicating with our helpers or divine, we just want to be like an aerial, like open vessels for communication. And we pause and listen.
But let's say I want something, but as per I say I pray to a higher energy. So let's say as per higher energy, it's not a right thing to do for me right now. They know better, but I don't know. But I want this right now, and I pray for it so hard, but it's not happening. So is it like something to continue praying for something which is not even right thing for me? And how do I know that okay, it's not right thing for me right now, which I know later after years? Okay, good, it not happened, good.
For a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. So yeah, how do you know about such things?
I think, as you said, sometimes it will happen instantly. Sometimes it's your journey. It's your soul's evolution to be stuck or be unwell for a while. So it's not going to happen instantly. Like you hear so many stories of prayers for miracles that actually happen right there on the spot. So I think it's more about setting your intentions, putting your prayer out there and releasing it rather than just having that deep desperation. Just knowing that everything happens at the right time.
At the right time.
Yeah. And if it doesn't feel like your prayer is being answered, you actually still have support. So tuning into that beautiful support you have from the divine or your angels or whatever you believe in. Look, I think people feel they shouldn't pray or ask for too much. Yes. But I think just go crazy. Ask for whatever your heart desires. But at the same time, you can ask questions. Like if your prayer's not being answered, ask why, pause, and you'll be surprised you will get an answer. You will, the answers will come. So ask, have that two-way communication. Like prayer, for me, I don't think it's just one way you praying. I feel it's also them communicating back to you. So make it a conversation.
True.
And you'll actually be, I want you to try this for homework. You know what happens. You'll actually be surprised what answers come. And it will make complete sense. It won't be really surprising or shock. It'll just be, okay, that actually makes complete sense.
Coming to the next question linked to that maybe, but it's like prayers for someone is for a time being really hard, who really lost their loved ones, near ones, and I had that experience personally. So it was really hard to come out of it and get out of that emotion. So how do you suggest them, or how do you help those people
who have lost a loved one? It's really interesting because I seem to be getting a lot of clients recently who have lost their mother in the last year or two, and at all ages. Like it doesn't get easier whether you're young or older. And part of that is they are holding on to this big, deep grief, and they don't know how to release it. They're not taught how to release it. So that's one thing we do. But then also I teach them our loved ones are around, like they're just as alive as us, but without a body. They're around, and they can often be an even bigger support than when they were here in this present life. So I always tell them to put them to work and also that they have friends in high places. So really tune into that and ask them there for support. Some clients I work with have unresolved issues from before, that loved one passed. So we work on healing that with the loved one around. It actually gives them a really big healing as well. And then also just teaching them that life does not end. It's a transition and you're still around. And when people say rest in peace, it's like they're not resting in peace. They're having a great time. Like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful time. And yes, it's not the same. You can't give them a hug, a physical hug, but they are around and they're constantly letting us know. They're giving us signs, but we're not aware of them. So they actually go to a lot of work to let us know they're around. So it's really acknowledging them. Like if you dream of a loved one, it's because they can't communicate with you. You're not paying attention when you're alive. So it's just really knowing that they're actually having an amazing time and they can actually still support you in a different way. And I've had a client recently who was carrying deepest grief of losing her mum. After one session, she completely transformed.
One session. Oh, yes. Wow.
Yes.
Nice. So, my perspective, after someone die or after death is different. Like, I thought they reach out to some state. Definitely, we can't see them in spirit, or their soul just left the body.
Yeah. But
So
we
they
can
are,
see them in our mind's eye.
yeah,
Yeah.
they may be around, maybe not.
We're not going to see them standing in the corner.
Yeah. Like we are seeing in the movie, not like that. Yeah. But maybe they can also take a rebirth, because their karmas left. They still left to do so many stuff. They have some wishes before they finish it. They just need to leave that body. So to finish that, they just have a rebirth. I'm not sure after how long.
Yeah.
But maybe they are not around for all the time. For sometimes, for sure.
Yeah.
To guide us and to let us feel our emotions and to make them free also, because they also want to free from us.
I completely agree with you, and I feel like when we communicate from that realm, they're in that transition space. I totally believe we come back and have other lives, and I actually see other lives. That's kind of one of my superpowers. I've experienced seeing my own past lives, and I often see past lives with clients, because often we need to do a healing there. So past life will come up, and we do a healing there, which will support them in this life. So I definitely believe, or even feel like I know, that we 100% come back. But when they're in that transition space, and I don't know how long, and I think everyone's different, we can definitely communicate with that person. And even, you know, how if you have a loved one overseas, you can think about them and you feel the energy around that.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, but potentially, even though once they go on to have another life, you still can, you know, connect in with that energy. Yeah,
True. So that's interesting concept.
And I feel really sad for people who believe we die and that's it. That's really depressing. Well, firstly, I 100% believe it's not true, but I also think it's really sad and depressing. You lose a loved one. For me, for the loved one who dies, it's not sad. They're going on to incredible, amazing things. But if you believe that person's just in the ground, I'm sad for those people. But it is what it is. Everyone has their different beliefs.
Yeah, different perspective, different mindset, different view. Yeah, true. But good to know that at least someone out there healing those person who really lost their near ones, because that coming out journey is not quite easy for everyone. So
And I also really enjoy, I've got a couple of clients who have had a terminal diagnosis, and I really enjoy supporting them also, kind of healing their soul, healing the spirit, so they can experience this, you know, from a place of love and calm and peace rather than fear. Yeah, and naturally, and we don't know how we'd feel unless we were in that situation, but supporting someone who is facing that, and you know, you can't change that, or maybe you can sometimes, but it's just kind of, changing that fear to just love and calm, and just, working on healing their soul. When they transition, you know, their spirit is healed rather than taking
lots of fear. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, really. So you also believe in chakra energy and heal the energy, and if something happened with that energy, may that it comes first with the physical body. I'm just knowing your perspective, like vibration or outer body aura. So how does that impact, and by our thoughts, by others' thoughts, how does that change the energy, and how you heal that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Here you wrote, how do the chakras and vibrations auras affect our everyday emotions? I actually think it's the other way around. So our everyday emotions are actually affecting our energy, and even our thoughts are energy. So when you have a thought, it actually has a chemical reaction in the body. And a positive thought will release dopamine and serotonin, and a negative thought will release adrenaline and cortisol. So, and your thoughts definitely affect your energy. Like I said, even our body is made up of more energy than matter. And I also, a lot of the work I do is also with relationships, around relationships with could be partners or parents or teenage kids. And I'm only working with the one person in the relationship, but we're actually changing the energy. You know how if you have an argument with someone, there's tense energy.
Yeah. A heated one. I can feel the heat
Yes.
coming outside my body.
So you're actually changing the energy in the room. Or if you walk into a room and you can tell someone's had a bad day, you can sense the energy. So by working on my client and changing their energy, it actually has incredible results in changing the relationship. So yeah, definitely our emotions, and often, as I said before, emotional pain will end up as physical pain. So it's definitely, and sometimes illnesses will start in our energy body, and if we don't deal with them, they'll become physical. But I also do a lot of, pick up on a lot of the chakras when doing healing.
Chakras.
They kind of come in a little bit, and we'll do lots of healing around, like the heart is a really common one. So it's a solar plexus and a power. I've only once, this is quite common, but often people will see like a white aura around someone. Have you ever seen that? You can see people's kind of...
Yeah, I have seen in pictures or images.
Right.
And right now we also have such photography where we can see the other person's aura. Like we have that technology. Like there is a camera out there who takes the person's aura. So I have seen those pictures of my teacher, my guru. Yeah, but they're incredible.
And some people grow up seeing people's auras, and it's not till they're in their teenage years that they realize not everyone can see that.
Yes.
I've only ever once seen, I was meditating and I kind of was coming to it and I thought, oh, it feels like the sunset, like the room looked red. And when I looked, I had one orange, like this hand was orange and this one was pink. So it's the only time I've actually seen it, but I see it in my mind's eye. But, and you know how a lot of religious photos, they have like white light around.
Yeah, that is aura, right?
Yes, that's energy. And that's actually quite easy to see. Like if you ever, I've noticed it, and I've spoken to lots of people who see it, if you're ever in a room and you're listen to a speaker at the front of the room, like maybe you can do this in your meditation center, and if it's kind of like a dim light and you kind of focus, soften your focus, you will actually see the light. So that's actually, not hard. We're definitely energy. Like we know we don't end here. Yeah. Our energy goes out.
And different people have different energy circles, aura circle. Depends how much what I could say that practice they are doing. But they more practice, or maybe from past where they are keeping their practice with their soul. So then their energy is much bigger. Like some have 25 feet, some have like this, some have like across in New Zealand also. So it depends on that person's soul, how much practice they take. But that's what my belief is.
I think as well, looking after yourself, like eating well and looking after your emotional health, your mental health definitely affects your energy. And even science has these cameras now where they've actually recorded there's a toroidal field. Have you heard of that? And then apparently our heart has the biggest energy field around us as well. And then, sometimes when I work with people, the energy is all compacted. So we do some healing on...
So mostly energy connects with heart and emotions also. So once they are blocked with their emotions and maybe feeling the sadness or any other emotions like anger or something else, that affects the heart chakra first, right?
Absolutely. And when I learned kinesiology, you learn about the different parts of the body that hold on to different emotions. So they say lungs can be grief or sadness or anger. So different parts of the body hold on to different kinds of emotions.
For a starter, if you can guide our audience a simple spiritual habit which they can start right away from today and which help them really in their daily life.
Okay, so I'm going to say connect with your spiritual guides, your spiritual team, and you can ask them this, which is what I was taught to say when I first started this work. Show me or tell me now a sign or a phrase that I'll see or hear again soon. I'll just repeat that. Show me or tell me now a sign or a phrase that I'll see or hear again soon. And try that to get a sign so that you can actually realize that you actually have this team around you, and then put them to work. Because as I said, they can't interfere. Put them to work, ask them to support you in your life, areas of your life that you need help.
Yeah, show me and tell me now.
Show me or tell me now a sign or a phrase that I'll see or hear again soon. You can also do this with your loved ones who have passed. Some people already feel them around, or they'll have signs, a certain bird or a feather or coin that they notice. But if you have lost someone and you want to connect with them, try and ask them for the same.
Yeah, I'll try definitely because I want to change something after meeting you. If nothing got changed, then
Definitely connecting with your team.
Yeah.
It's a superpower we all have access to.
Okay, Sophia, we reached to our almost end of our session, but this is very interesting round. So this is, I would like to say, a rapid fire round where you just answer like this and no time to think. Okay, are you ready? All right. One book that changed your life.
I'm going to say The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran. I'm not a big reader, it's skinny.
Yeah, good.
But also lots of life lessons in there.
Who is Sophia in one word?
She is joyful and happy, and she loves to brighten people up. Like, I feel part of my inner calling is to help people find their light and joy and to make people happy. A happy person. Yeah.
One thing you do when you feel off balance?
Hand over my problems to my guys.
Yeah, guys.
It's your problem. Deal with this. This is too hard. Too yucky.
Interesting. One quote you live by?
I'm always in the right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time. Nice.
Yeah. Even if something seems stupid, that's in the right place at the right time. Yeah. True. It is true, actually. Yes. We are at the right place at the right time. You can borrow it. Yes. One message to your younger self. Don't let anyone dim your light. Like, just be yourself, just be who you want to be. I was a bit quirky, a bit weird, but in a fun way. But growing up, you're always concerned about other people's things. So yes. Don't let anyone dim your light. Just, be yourself. Just be your light. Follow your light. Our message to audience. A message to audience. Take control of your health and wellness. Like, if you don't take control, who's in control? Don't just rely on a practitioner to give you the magic pill and everything's fixed. Really take control and be an active participant in your healing and wellness. Because often it takes work. It takes effort. You can't just be magically, Be your own healer. Yeah. Yes, be your own healer. Absolutely. True. And the last one, how about some of your future plans, if you want to share? So my future plans is to keep growing my healing practice, and I want to go global. I've got a few clients overseas because I can do this work on Zoom. Most of the time I have my eyes closed, so does my client, so you can be anywhere. My dream is to branch out even more globally. Yeah, and it's possible in this era because and everything's COVID. Everything's accessible easily. And then also I've started doing a few workshops and even corporate talks where I downplay the spiritual side a little bit, make it a bit more general. I'd love to do more corporate talks, retreats, and workshops all over the world. That's my big dream. Good. I know how you fulfill it, so thank you. Not saying good luck, but that's definitely will happen. Yeah. I can see it. Thank you. All right. End of our session. Thank you so much, Sophia, for being here with us today. And it's been lovely talking to you. I feel lots of energy. I feel lots of shuffling within me. I feel really good. And I hope our audience do the same, feel the same. And just one last question. If anyone wants to reach out to you to ask any question or connectivity or for healing, so what's the best thing? Like, it's your website, your email ID, anything you want to share? My website, Sofia.nz, super simple, SOFIA.nz. And there's a contact form, and you can also book a session there, or you can book a free connection call if you just want to have a chat, see if this is for you. You can also email me at Sophia@sophia.nz if you have any questions. And also, if you wanted a copy of the colour visualization that I was talking about, please email me and I will send you a copy. And then I'm also on Instagram, sophia.intuitive. I'm going to add all the link. You can check it in the description as well. You can check here in the screen as well. So just meet Sophia. It's really nice to meeting. At the end, I just want to say we are going to bring lots of similar personalities in this channel, so stay tuned with us. And if you really think it's going to help others, share with them, comment whatever you feel after this session. As Sophia mentioned, be your own healer.
and take care of your soul and energy.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been really fun. We've talked for a long time.
Yes.